I need to make sure that I keep as much energy as I possibly can for myself so that I can do all the things that I need to do to get this business off the ground, to take care of myself, to make sure that my relationships are where I want them to be, because those are the things that support you as a human. Welcome to the Earn Your Happy podcast. I'm Lori Harder, founder of The Bliss Project, 3-time fitness world champion, fitness expert, and cover model turned self-love junkie, lifestyle entrepreneur, and author. Each week, I'll bring you a guest or a thought that will help you bust through your fears, connect to your soul, and get focused and clear so you can elevate your life, business, and relationships. We don't wait until we're ready for someone to tell us we're good enough. We take what we want and we anoint ourselves. Get ready to earn, own, and unapologetically rock your happiness every single day. Are you with me? Here we go. Welcome back to the podcast. And it's time for another quickie because there's always time to fit in inspiration. And that's exactly what we're talking about right now because it is the holiday season. And I know that if I'm feeling overwhelmed, you're feeling overwhelmed too. And if you guys listen to our episode of He Said, She Said this week, you guys know that I hate saying that I'm busy or overwhelmed because I really am that person who always tries to switch to the silver lining as soon as possible. Not saying that I skip over things or don't feel things, but truly it's important to feel them, but then reframe. But man, I'm having problems reframing right now because it's just a crazy season. And if you guys, don't know yet, we moved states and that means just switching your whole life over, right? So I really want to talk about some of the things that I am doing in order to negate overwhelm this holiday season. I know that probably every podcast you're listening to is talking about this, but this really just goes into everything in life. Like, how do we actually get around overwhelm? Because to be honest with you, overwhelm and anxiety are probably the two first places I go to when things start to feel out of control for me, or if I'm going to get stressed. These are the two emotions that I'm probably going to start living in. So here's 3 things that I do. Eliminate, delegate, or duplicate. So right now, something that I'm doing is looking at what absolutely doesn't need to be here. Like, what are the things that I could either reschedule or get rid of completely? And I think these are 2 places where people really get stuck, because when we look at our schedule, we're like, oh, I said yes to that. I didn't want to say yes to it in the first place. So where can I reschedule them? Okay, let's think about that though. So if you actually didn't want to do it in the first place, it no longer feels aligned with your life or your beliefs, yourself, your schedule, then why are you rescheduling? So that lunch with that person that maybe just you're not going to invest in the relationship beyond this. You absolutely don't want to do it. You have zero interest, or it's not something, like you said yes because you felt guilty and you just keep rescheduling, or you want to reschedule. What if you actually just said no? What if you said, you know what? I have so much on my plate at this time. I'm going to have to pass on doing a lunch date. And then don't say, but I'd like to do it at another time. We do this all of the time. We literally tell people, we'll do it next time, or, here's a rain check, or, circle back with me in the new year, when we don't actually even want them to circle back or do it. And this has been one of the biggest lessons for me that has changed my life. If you don't want to do it in the future, you're not going to want to do it, then don't even promise or lead anyone on with the fact that maybe you're going to because of lip service and because you don't want to look like the bad person. So this is costing you so much energy by continuing to string people along, and know that eventually all of these things you're either going to have to do, or you're going to have to write that email again. That's going to take a bunch of time to write an email that you're tiptoeing around the fact that you actually do not want to do this thing. Like, just be upfront and honest with people. And even you don't have to share, like, you know what, you're not in alignment with me. Like, I don't really think that I enjoy your company. Please, for the love of God, don't do that. But what you can say is that you're not adding anything to your schedule at this time. I'm so grateful, that you asked. Thank you for thinking of me. Hope you have an amazing week. just leave it at that. We don't have to over explain. I think especially as a female, we always feel like we have to leave everyone, feeling like we're shooting rainbows and hearts out of our rear end. And it's just absolutely not how it works. There are going to be people who love you and there are going to be people who don't like you, but you don't have time for every single person, especially as you grow something or you get busy. People are probably going to be more attracted to you because you're doing the do. It's just how it works. People are attracted to energy. People are attracted to successful people. And as that happens, it's not that you get more time or you get more room for best friends. It's kind of like, okay, you already have this amount of people in your life. It's very challenging to bring in new people unless it's brought in a way that, something that you're working on, maybe a partnership, maybe someone, you can add to a workout group, something like that. But it's very challenging to add new people to your life. And you're going to stress yourself out even more if you keep trying to people please everyone. So what I'm trying to say is just say no. Don't explain anything else. And don't promise that you're going to do something in the future if you know that you don't want to. Okay. So eliminate what absolutely needs to stay and what absolutely does not need to be there. So eliminate, eliminate, eliminate. You're going to love your life if you start eliminating. And the other thing is don't invite it in the first place. Like if you don't want to go to coffee with someone and they keep on asking you or you bump into them, do not even do any lip service around the fact that you may do it in the future. So I would just keep it really, really clean and then you don't ever have to add anything. All right, eliminate. And then delegate. Okay, let's look at your life right now and look at maybe you have some holiday parties coming up, with family, or maybe you have something at work, that you need to do, or maybe you're doing a Zoom Christmas party or whatever that is. Delegating. Delegating is one of my favorite things to do because to be honest with you, people want to be the hero and they want to help. So, if you're looking at something with, a lot of people had their family for Thanksgiving or some people are having, people for Christmas, what can you have somebody cook, somebody bring, somebody buy? At work, what can you have somebody else do? How can you get somebody else involved? A lot of us just don't ask. Literally, you guys, when I used to have dinner parties, before COVID, when we would have a ton of people over, I would always delegate the dessert. I delegate the wine. I would delegate the sides. I would delegate the charcuterie board. Because I was like, you know what, I'm doing the main course. That's great. Or, maybe I would do main course and wine and then I would let everybody bring something. In fact, I would ask because, most of the time, I would say 99.999% of my guests would always ask, what can I bring? And most people say nothing. I always say something. So if you're coming to my house, most likely I'm asking you to pick something up because if you want to bring something, that would be a huge help. And then I also don't have to stress myself out and I can enjoy, sitting down and getting to talk and actually enjoy my company instead of, being the martyr who's like, I never get to enjoy my company. I'm always hosting at my house and it's so hard to do that as in, I have to prepare everything. I don't have time to do that with my current, business right now, whatever that looks like. So instead of not hosting anymore, instead of complaining to people or to my husband, I actually just ask. So it's going to keep you from resenting people if you delegate. All right, let's talk about duplicate. So duplicating is where are things in your life that you are doing that you need to do with a lot of, or for a lot of people that you could just find one thing and duplicate it. For me, if I want to hang out with friends or see different people, I will look at something that's duplicatable as in, I'm using this example first, as in just like a workout. How many people can I invite to that workout, right? Like how many people can we go to that outdoor workout with and see all at once? So how can I duplicate like, okay, if I want to see these people this week, but I don't have time in my schedule, how could I kind of like create this duplication of this event so that we can all do it at once? Another version of duplicating is, with the holidays coming up or, a lot of people who have team in their business, a lot of people who have a bunch of friends that they buy for, best friends, maybe a group of friends that you buy gifts for. How can you duplicate that gift? How can you buy one gift and duplicate it for everyone? Like go on the one site and just order it to everybody. So something that I'm doing this year, and yes, I am talking about one of my favorite gifts that I am duplicating this year. And that is with One Hope Winery. And they are an amazing winery up in Napa Valley. And they are the gift that I am giving to everybody. And I actually have been talking with them because I wanted to get you guys a coupon code for this. Because if you're going to duplicate the gift that I am giving and you're duplicating and making your life easier, I wanted to make sure that you guys got a coupon code, and they're just like the most phenomenal people ever. And if you don't know, that winery is what I'm pretty much decorating my whole house after. So they are built on hope and they're rooted in purpose. They are an award-winning wine that supports a meaningful cause, and their commitment to high-quality wine is just as important as their commitment to their causes. They've donated over $5 million to causes all around the world. And you guys, you don't have to sacrifice your wallet because you can still enjoy this award-winning wine that starts at $25 a bottle for one of their collections. So if you're like me and you're completely stocking up this season and you're going to be sending all of your friends wine, which you guys know that I'm obsessed. Obviously, you guys know I have my company Light Pink, but this is gorgeous bottles of wine. They have these best-selling glitter bottles that like shimmer. They're super glittery. They're stunning. They're like so Instagrammable. And it's actually one of my favorite champagnes that they have in these glitter bottles. You can go to onehopewine.com. That's onehopewine.com. And that is /Lori, Lori. And you can use the code Lori, and that is to get $10 off of your first order. So that's onehopewine.com /Lori. And then use the code Lori. And that's going to give you $10 off of your first order. And they also have a ton of other discounts too. So you can get 5% off of a 4-pack, 10% off a 6-pack, 20% off a 12-pack. So you guys, we have team that we have to buy gifts for. We have family that we're buying gifts for, and we have friends. So where in your life can you duplicate? Oh, one other thing. If you want to get those gifts to people before Christmas, you have to order by December 14th. So let's talk about some other ways to duplicate. You know, if you're not going to buy wine, if maybe it's not a drinker, like can you go on an amazing coffee site? Can you get a gift pack that you set up with coffee mugs and coffee and send it to all of your favorite people? Or you can go to like different gift sites and send them all to people all at once and just get it all done. So where in your life are you going to eliminate? I would write this down. Like if you guys aren't on a walk or you're not driving, like I want you to go and do this exercise. What can you eliminate? What can you delegate? And where can you duplicate? Because these are the things that I'm always looking for in my life, because you only have so much time. And I'm telling you, if you're anything like me, like I need some time and some space to breathe. I need to make sure that I'm taking care of my mental health right now. Especially right now, right? I need to make sure that I keep as much energy as I possibly can for myself so that I can do all the things that I need to do to get this business off the ground, to take care of myself, to make sure that my relationships are where I want them to be, because those are the things that support you as a human. So you guys, I want to know, like if you are listening to this and you do this exercise, eliminate, delegate, duplicate, I want to know what the things are. So put like one thing you're eliminating on stories, one thing you're delegating, one thing you're duplicating when you upload this podcast, and I will share it. So you guys know that I love to see who I'm talking to. So I'm sending you guys lots of love. Let me know if this helped. And until next time, earn your happy. Bye, everyone. Thank you guys so much for spending this time with me on the Earn Your Happy podcast. I am so glad that you stopped by. If you could take 1 second to share this episode with someone you think would love it, that would be absolutely amazing, and we would be forever grateful. Also, please leave us a review if you feel so moved by going to iTunes and leaving us an honest thought, an honest comment. Tell us what you think. Tell us what you want to hear more of. It would really help us out on our journey to helping thousands and thousands of people. Until then, don't forget to earn your happy. Thanks again, guys. Bye-bye.
Hey, I know if you're listening to this podcast that you have big dreams and big goals. And one of the things that can really stop you is struggling with your marketing. Trust me, I have been there. Are you using 10 different systems just to build your online business? Then I want you to try Kajabi. Kajabi helps you build your web pages, set up funnels, and sell your courses, content, coaching, or communities. You've been hearing me talk a lot about funnels on this podcast and the importance of your email list. You can get a free trial at kajabi.com. That's Kajabi.com. I've talked about Kajabi before, but here's something that's super cool and new. They just rolled out an AI assistant for creating your online course curriculum. And this means you just type in a topic that you want to create on a course or webinar and bam, it just generates a sample outline for you. It takes a ton of the hard work away. Of course, you're going to customize it to be your own, but this really helps you get over the struggle of how in the world to start, which is where most people stop. If you're like me, starting is always the hardest part, and that's what makes Kajabi so popular. They've made it easier for creators to build web pages, build courses, build coaching programs, build membership sites, build checkout pages, and build email funnels. So if you're struggling with any of those, you got to go check it out. Go to Kajabi.com. Kajabi was really the first all-in-one system and is trusted by over 100,000 creators. I think that's good enough for me. Also has influencers and marketers who use this. And now their smart AI platform makes it easy to take what you know and turn it into an online course and business. Go start building with a free trial at Kajabi.com. That's Kajabi.com.
Hey y'all, I'm so excited to share with you, Earn Your Happy is now part of Growth Day Podcast Network. A bunch of us are coming together to bring more growth to the world and support shows and brands that we truly believe in. And one of my friends is also on the network, and I'd love for you to go subscribe to his show. You guys, Trent Shelton has the most incredible podcast. It's called Straight Up with Trent Shelton, and it's going to remind you that you are built for this. I have heard Trent speak in person multiple times. I've listened to his podcast a ton. He's coming on the show, and I literally cannot wait because this man just spits straight fire. It is like truth that goes to your core and makes you take action right away. If you want one of those podcasts that when you're just out on a walk, you can't help but want to start running and run through a wall in your life, this is the show to go listen to. So you guys make sure that you go subscribe to the show, Straight Up with Trent Shelton. You're going to love it. Hey, do you know what the big secret is this year? And it shouldn't be a secret because this should be your biggest focus. It is building your community. I am always working on building and nurturing my community, and everyone is talking about the power of community. Without an online community, you just cannot grow organically or create a real movement, which is what I know that we're all after. And you can build trust or monetize your audience. When you get community right, not only does your audience grow faster, but so do your sales. But where's everybody going to be managing their communities these days? And a lot of online entrepreneurs and thought leaders are turning to Circle.so. Circle is an all-in-one community platform. It lets you host content and create discussions, live streams, group chats, and memberships all under your own brand. And what's so cool about Circle.so is that you don't even need a website or Facebook group. Instead, Circle lets you build your own community site where you can host content and manage your members. You can even create locked and unlocked content spaces, groups, and classes. How freaking cool is that? You can put your content behind a paywall too, and you can charge different amounts of money for different spaces on your community site. Circle.so is famously easy to use, and it has a free 14-day trial for you, so you can go check it out, see if you like it, see if you love all the options. Just go to Circle.so. Go check it out right now, you guys. Imagine being able to manage your community, start group chats and live classes, and accept payments all in one place. Kind of mind-blowing since this is usually spread all over the place. You have to log into so many different things. If this is the year to capture, organize, and monetize your community, head over to Circle.so
You can get a free trial and start building your online community right now. Just go to circle.so. You guys, you get the 14-day free trial. So just go and see if it's for you. It's going to streamline everything and make your life so much easier. It's so freaking cool.